Thanks for watching this quick video on how to create a forest recovery project with Recovery Manager for Active Directory Disaster Recovery Edition. Now, I just want you to see that we are on version of Recovery Manager and that our license key is for the Disaster Recovery Edition. So that's all set. Now, before you can create a forest recovery project, you need to have backups. So you can see here, I have backups in my Active Directory node, as well as bare metal backups if I wanted to use a bare metal recovery. I have those as well. These backups are getting a little bit old, but that's okay, because what we do in a bare metal recovery is we restore the operating system with the bare metal backups, then we reboot those servers into DSRM, and we apply the latest Active Directory backup to them. So your backups could be a week old, a month old. Probably every patch Tuesday is when I would change and get a new backup. Now, you can launch the Forest Recovery Console in two different ways. You can launch it here, or you can launch it from your Start menu. I've got it pinned on my Start menu, so I'll start it from there. And the first time you bring up the Forest Recovery Console, it's going to ask you to create a project, and you can either do that by selecting a backup or connecting to the forest. I prefer to select a backup, and I usually select a backup from a root domain controller. And then you'll see it lays out how many domains you have, how many DCs there are. I'll just go ahead and click Next. I'm going to do the entire forest. And then we give you a default file name. And you can see the word default here. I'll just double click on that. I typically use a name here that reflects the recovery method I'm primarily using. But for this one, I think I'll just say training. Since I'm going to show you a number of different methods and how those are configured as we go forward. Now, for the password, you want to enter something complex. I'm just using the number 1 because this is just a lab. But we use this password as a seed for encrypting credentials that you'll end up entering here and in the recovery project settings. Pick a password that's a bit more complex than just the number 1. Okay, and there your project is created. You can see all of these servers have exclamation points because there are elements of the recovery process that aren't decided on yet. This is the starting step, and your recovery project is created.